Welcome back to Applied Physics Lecture Series, Unit 2 Semiconductor Physics, Lecture 7, Formation of PN junction diode and the operation of PN junction under forward and reverse bias conditions. So what is this PN junction? Now to form this PN junction. A PN junction is formed when P-type and N-type semiconductors are joined through the process of crystal growth. Within the semiconductor region where there is a transition from P-type to N-type is called a junction. So in p-type material, holes are the majority charge carriers and electrons are the minority charge carriers. In the same way, in n-type material, electrons are the majority charge carriers and holes are the minority charge carriers. And if you observe the process of junction formation, see on the left hand side, there is a n-type semiconducting material which is represented as n region. On the right hand side, p-type semiconductor known as p region. N region is represented blue in color and p region is slightly pink in color. And in the middle, so where the static immobile ions are present and we are having a potential difference which is represented with plus minus, that is called as a depletion region. So this depletion region is also called as a space charge region. Already in n-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are electrons. Such electrons are represented with minus symbol. In addition to the majority charge carriers, we are having minority charge carriers. Those are holes in the n region. Such holes are also represented with plus symbol. And we are having, in addition to this majority and minority charge carriers, we are having positive donor ions. In the same way, in the p region, we are having majority charge carriers, which are holes, minority charge carriers are electrons. In addition to them, we are having negative acceptor ions. So with such a positive donor ions and negative acceptor ions, which are present at the middle, at the junction, a static electric field will be formed, so which is also called as a barrier potential. At the junction, initially what happens, holes diffuse from p region to n region and likewise electrons diffuse from n region to p region. So this is the process known as diffusion. Charge carriers are moving from high concentration region to low concentration region. Then the electrons and holes recombine and disappear at the junction region. Around the junction region, free electrons and holes recombine and only immobile ions are present. This region is called as a space charge region and most commonly this region is called as a depletion region. The fixed ions which are present in this depletion region produce a static electric field which is represented with E. This static electric field opposes further diffusion of electrons and holes from n region to p region and vice versa. So this stoppage potential must be required, otherwise so all the charge carriers are moved during the process of diffusion, so therefore all the charge carriers are disappears. That's why at one stage you have to control the process of diffusion. So this electric field gives rise a potential to stop the further diffusion process known as potential barrier. As a result, further diffusion of electrons and holes across the potential barrier can only take place when they overcome the potential barrier. And in this diagram, you will notice the energy level diagram of both P and N regions. You know very well. So in case of P-type semiconductor, so above the valency band, Fermi energy level is there. So that means Fermi energy level is very near to the valency band. And in case of N-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level is very near to the conduction band. And at the junction, there is certain voltage known as barrier voltage, usually which is represented with VB, which opposes the process of diffusion. And those representations in that diagram are represented here. V0 equals to Vn minus Vp, where V0 is the contact potential or the barrier voltage. This barrier voltage is also represented with Vb. There is no difference, either V0 or Vb, which is represented with, which is representing the barrier voltage. Vn is the potential at the potential of the depletion region on N side and Vp is the potential of a depletion region on P side. Under unbiased condition, that means there is no external source is connected, no net current flows and Fermi energy level is common on N side and P side. Then the electric field is given. What happens? We will see here. And this is the circuit symbol of PN junction diode. So on the left hand side, P-type semiconductor. So majority charge carriers are holes. That's why usually it is called as anode, represented with plus sign. On the right hand side, N-type semiconductor is there. A piece of N-type semiconductor is there. Majority charge carriers are electrons. Those are having a net negative charge. So that's why it is called as cathode and represented with C. Then if you consider the operation of PN junction diode under forward bias and reverse bias conditions. So if we consider the operation of PN junction diode under unbiased condition, there is no flow of current. So that's why there is no use to maintain the PN junction or to operate the PN junction under unbiased condition. Then let us see what happens if you operate the PN junction and forward bias. What is this forward bias? So the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the p-type semiconductor and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the n-type semiconductor. Then such a type of connection will be called as forward bias. See here elaborately. When a DC voltage VF is connected to the diode in such a way that the positive terminal of the source is connected to the P region and the negative terminal of the source is connected to the N region, then the junction is said to be in forward biased. The voltage across the junction decreases by an amount V0 minus Vf, where V0 is the barrier voltage. The majority charge carriers diffuse across the junction and hence the width of the depletion region decreases. Let us see what happens here. In case of p-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are holes. Those are connected to the positive terminal. You know, like charges repel. That's why the holes are drift towards the junction. In the same way, the n-type semiconductor contains majority charge carriers are electrons. Such a negative charge is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Again, like charges repel. That's why the electrons present in the n-type semiconductor are moved towards the junction. So holes and electrons are moving towards the junction. As a result, the width of the depletion region is decreases. At one stage, the forward voltage Vf is greater than barrier voltage represented with V0 or Vb. Flow of current will take place. And if you consider the operation of PN junction under reverse bias, what is meant by this reverse bias? P-type semiconductor, piece of P-type semiconductor is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and N-type semiconductor piece is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, then it is said to be under reverse bias. Let us see in the elaborative manner. When a DC voltage VR is connected to the diode in such a way that the positive terminal of the source is connected to the N region and the negative terminal of the source is connected to the P region, then the junction is said to be under reverse bias. The voltage across the junction increases and it is equals to V0 plus VR, where V0 is already known to us barrier voltage. The majority charge carriers are pushed away from the junction and hence the width of the depletion region increases, and we will notice small amount of current. That minority charge carriers carries small drift current. So this is the way of operation in the reverse bias. If we consider in detailed manner, so observe here, the piece of p-type semiconductor is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. P-type semiconductor consists of holes as the majority charge carriers. Therefore, positive charge is connected to the negative terminal. That's why what happens? So unlike charges attract each other. That's why holes are moving towards the junction. In the same way, the piece of n-type semiconductor which is having majority charge carriers are electrons. That means it is having dominant negative charge that is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So as a result, unlike charges attract each other, thereby electrons are moving towards the junction, moving towards the external source. As a result, in between the P and N, we are having a junction. The opposite charge carriers are moving in the opposite directions. Those are moving away from the junction. As a result, the width of the depletion region increases. With further increase of reverse potential VR is increased, more and more number of charge carriers are moving away from the junction. As a result, width of the depletion region increases. The current flow is minimum. But for the minority charge carriers which are present in both p-type and n-type pieces, so the reverse bias condition will become forward bias. That's why a small amount of current will be flown. So such a small amount of current which is flown due to the drift of minority charge carriers will be called as either reverse current, leak current, or dark current. Thanks for watching.